All right, today we're talking EverNitro, a barista-level nitro machine that claims it can pull nitrogen from the air so you can make nitro drinks at home without cartridges, without gas tanks, and without getting refills. It's also pitching that it's a 3-in-1 setup, nitro drinks, whipped cream, and a freshness preservation. I'm a coffee gear guy, so I love this category, and I want it to be a real product. But this is Crowdfund Junkie, so we're gonna do what we do here. We're gonna get past the hype, talk real world use, cleaning, consistency, and a Kickstarter reality check. So backers know exactly what they're signing up for. All right, let's get right into it. Terry, for people meeting you for the first time, who are you and what's your role at XBrew?
Yeah, thank you. Hey, and I'm Terry. I'm the founder and the CEO of the XBrew Lab. And my background is about the robotics and applied physics. And I used to spend years working on the gas separation system, which means the PSA system of the oxygen generator, before I ever thought about the coffee. And at XBrew Lab, I work a lot like the product strategy and the engineering team in the nitrogen extraction system and still on the marketing work. We are a small team, about 20 to 30 people, and use physics to make coffee. And everyone loves coffee at our team.
Okay, so your background's physics and you came up with an idea. So what problem were you trying to solve when you started EverNitro? Because you got a physics background. Is it just because you love coffee and you like nitro brew and you said, hey, we can do this?
Yeah, mostly exactly. And I really came from this idea from my personal frustration because I love natural coffee, I love natural cold brew, but I found it's very hard to make them just at home. So I found the problem. I found the problem for the cartridges. So when we need to make coffee at home, we need to buy the cartridges or the barcode tank system at our bars. But it needs, or maybe I think it needs a lot of money, or it's in a lot of space of our home. So we found a smooth. We just came up with the idea that we have about 80% nitrogen just nearby us at our air. So why don't we just extract the nitrogen from air to make natural coffee? So we made this the EverNitro to make everyone to easily to make nitrogen cold brew just at home.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm very impressed. So your team is physics background. So that separates you right there from any like a typical coffee appliance company. We could talk about the purity. All right. So for instance, you mentioned that it's 95% nitrogen purity. What exactly does that mean to a guy like me that doesn't understand how that whole system works?
The purity, 95 purity, nitrogen can directly translate to the texture and the taste because of the oxygen and the nitrogen. And at 95 nitrogen purity, getting a microfoam texture, just very identical, just like the coffee shop. And the micro bubbles of the nitrogen can make a very smooth and very watery mouthful, like smooth, creamy, and almost like a black stout beer without any alcohol. So maybe lower purity means oxygen and carbon dioxide, which give you a bigger and very closer bubbles like a soda drink.
So that has to do with because you have you have a fast mode, right? And a high purity mode.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yeah, that's correct.
The difference being what? What is if I got this machine, I would know nothing about what the difference is between for me, I'm from New York, man, so I'm just gonna go fast mode.
Hey guys, check this out. This is a cool collab art from Rebrand Soul with the Mr. Split design collection. You can customize them from the soul to the designs, and you can even color them however you want. So grab your pair only at rebrandsoul.com.
I don't really care about purity. I want my drink and I want it now. So would I be wrong?
Actually, we have two modes, which the first one is a quick mode, and the second one is the high purity mode. Between these two modes is about the purity. For the fast mode, is about 30 purity, and for the high purity mode is about 95 purity. So for the fast mode, it always takes less than 30 seconds, and for the high purity mode, it always takes like 1 minute. So I think this is for the two people, and for the fast mode, it's very useful for the people who need to get to work, like just to make coffee at on the morning. And for the high purity mode, it's like to make a lot of other drinks like natural beer, natural cold brew, and even the beans federation.
All right. So how long does it take to make a drink? Like for instance, I want to make a cold brew. How long does it take from start to finish?
Okay, for the fast mode, it's about 30 seconds, and for the high purity, it's about 1 minute.
Wait. You're telling me that fast mode's 30 seconds and for high purity is a minute?
Yeah.
Well, shit, I can even wait for a minute. I mean, that's really fast.
Yeah, the fast mode is really fast. It's maybe for the man who is very busy.
I got it. All right, cool. So what drinks does the EverNitro do best? Is it cold brew, cocktails, juice, or is it all the above?
I think the cold brew is obviously the best choice. That's most people buy this EverNitro for, and the real moment, I think there is two things. The first, is for the natural cocktails, like Negroni or espresso martini, that with the nitrogen head for the homemade, and second, fresh juice like orange juice with the nitrogen. So it turned the traditional orange juice turned to a smooth taste, and also we can make it to make like matcha or even the chocolate milk. And my personal favorite is about homemade cappuccino with a nice form of the drink.
Wow. So let me ask you this. As far as the production of because I'm looking at the machine right there. That's a working machine, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. Put your money into the product. It's working. It's not a scam. You're going to deliver. End of story. Pretty much. So here's the deal, right? Can we see one of those things work? Can you do it? Is it on?
It's working, but there's no coffee nearby me, so maybe I can't show maybe I can't show you how it's actually the real machine.
Yeah, just show us how it works. The only time I've ever seen like nitro stuff is when they make ice cream.
Yeah, it also can make like ice cream and something like ice cream slushy.
I just can't believe you don't need cartridges or anything. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and this machine just replaces the cartridges and just pour the cold brew into this bottle and connect to our machine, and then press the button to wait about 30 seconds. This version is very quick. It's about 30 beats and wait about 30 seconds. When the bars turn to the 6, and it's over to make like natural coffee.
And how can I ask you how big is your machine? Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's finished, and here it's full of the nitrogen. That's here.
That's crazy. I get it now. So the machine is filling that full of nitrogen within like 30 seconds to 1 minute, depending on your setting. So the machine itself, right, is sitting. What's the footprint of the machine? Like, how big is it? How much counter space does it take? It looks like it's like just about this big.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, and it's about 40 centimeters tall.
That's super cool. It doesn't take up that much room. So let me ask you now, how many backers are we up to right now?
Yeah, we have about 2,000 backers.
That was pretty fast. That was amazing. All right. And when are you planning on shipping?
For the shipping time, it's about it's about like July to September, and it depends on the order time. And for the first order, we will ship it first by the next month. And it just have master product, and we need to taste a lot for the product.
Hey guys, have you heard about Concrete Jungle DTLA? It's the coolest place to start your dream business. With so many unique container stores, you can really make your mark here. So if you're ready to take the leap, what are you waiting for? To lease now, start your dream business here. For more info, check out our website, concretejungledtla.com.
And have you ran into any problems during manufacturing or anything, or is everything kind of going smooth? How's production going? I mean, have you run into any problems, or, again, you guys are part of the NX group, right? The Xbox part, right?
Yeah. We start this product as Expo Pack.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is I have never seen any product that has been in association with them not ship. They've got an unbelievable record. So that's why whenever I see anybody that's working with them, I'll back it because you guys ship. And I'm just asking, what's been the biggest pitfall that you found, the biggest problem that you've encountered so far? And do you foresee any problems in mass producing? Because a lot of people, don't realize that it's one thing to make a prototype. It's another thing to start rolling out mass production. And you've got at least 2,000 or 3,000 units to ship.
Yeah, exactly. And thank you for the trust. And Expo Park is a very big system, and this system used to have the company like DJI, like Roborock, and even the Eufy. We have the same factory, so we can promise that our product can be delivered just on time.
Got it. Let me ask you something. Now I'm going to throw it to you because I'm already sold on it. Listen, you bring a product on the show, you're talking about it. Hey, that's the machine. You're with NX. I trust you. I know you're gonna deliver. But tell me some of the things that you want people to know about the machine and how it sets itself apart from anything else out there. Who the machine is really targeted for? Who's your target audience? Where do you see yourself going with this machine?
Yeah, I totally understand it. And for this question, we designed this machine can work. Firstly, it can work totally offline. So no need for the app, no need for other support. We can run this machine for very very long time because every replaced part can be bought just on the engine. And there is two parts. Firstly, it's about the air filter, and the second part is about PSA system, which means the air pumps, which is the both parts can be bought just on the engine. And no need for the subscription, no need for our company support. You can just replace them just at home. Very easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have to change the filter every once in a while, or how does that work? Is there a filter you got to change?
Yeah, it's about the air filter, so it's most to the dust and the oil just in the air. So it needs to be replaced about 2 years, 500 working time.
Okay, that's a lot of coffee. That's cool.
Yeah, a lot of coffee.
I'm going to put the link down below. The crowdfunding campaign is still live, correct? It's still up there. And right now, currently, if you hop on there and go to Kickstarter, what's the price right now?
Yeah, for the price, it's about $300. I think it's not so big price. And for our team, we just working on the testing for this machine and ready to ship it. Maybe just begin in the next month, and it need a lot of tests. Because we need to make sure it's very safety just to use at home.
Of course, yeah. But you're shipping pretty soon. You're already in manufacturing. You're doing your testing. So if you go on to Kickstarter now, and we'll have the link down below, you can pick up one of these. You can help these guys get off the ground. He's a really nice guy, and it's a cool machine. I recommend backing this product. And I thank you. I thank you very much for coming on the show. If you like the show, just subscribe, tell friends, like it. You know what to do. We'll be back on the next episode of Crowdfund Junkie. And I look forward to getting mine.